Good evening, everyone, and welcome once again to the place to be each and every Sunday night, where tonight on Top Split TV we are coming to you from, not from Rudskogan. I swear I updated that. Damn it. I'm sure I did. Let me just fix it now.
You did.
I did. I updated it. I'm sure. Island, round 8. Let me just see if that... There we go. Phillip Island, round 8. We're here. We're ready for action. It's a 5,700 strength of field here tonight. Amazing stuff. A top lineup of 18 cars, 17 cars I think we had tonight. And car number 17 bought a ticket to ride with 4,555, all the fives to get in here tonight. Anyway, as we kick things off, I'm your host Alex McKellar, and joining me as always is the chaotic one himself, Mr. Corey Steinhauser. Corey, what a night of racing here at the great Australian circuit, Phillip Island.
Yeah, absolutely, Alex. It looks like it's going to be a big night of racing here. 17 drivers, 57 O2s of strength of field, and on a very fast, flowy track. This should definitely be one to watch.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's check out who has turned up today. On Pablo Espez, he's been dominating the season so far, doing an incredible job up there front. Running has the young Spaniard won more races than not so far this season. Anyway, car number 2, if I can find it, jeepers, there it is, Mr. Hendrickson, his chief sparring partner and rival for Team Torpedo, 1T Hendrickson, joins us once again. Rasmus Fiore, haven't seen much of him this week, but he is quality at car number 3 here tonight. Speaking of quality, one of our old friends, Mr. Cowboy. There he is, Sam Devantia. He joins us once again, the Cowboy. He's back for Speedy Snails. Car number 5, Dario Frattini, the Italian, joining us once again. Hasn't done as many laps here this week as usual, so I'm interested to see how he pulls up after being a little short of a run. Oscar Chinchilla. There's a name we haven't seen for a while. Mr. Chinchilla Maza. Car number 6, Dimitri Philippides, the international man of mystery, joins us once again as car number 7 here tonight. Anthony Prime Minister Jones, the other torpedo in the field, joins us as car number 9. Car number 10, the leading... No, he's not. I was going to say he's the leading ANZ driver, but he's not, and I've missed one. Car number 8, jeepers. Can't count. Brett McBurney's the leading ANZ driver tonight here for McFlabby Racing. And then car number 10, the head clan himself, Mr. Vasco Sorofsky, Corey.
And even then, you still wouldn't be right, Alex, because the leading car is Sam Devantia, who you've already went through.
I know, I don't know. I'm all over the shop tonight. The thing threw me. I swear I updated the thing, and then anyway, it's all good.
Anyway, coming up in car number 11 tonight will be the one Neil Gardner. Coming in car number 12, Cristobal Aldero from Iberia. Great to see Cristobal out there. I think it's been a while since we've seen him out there.
Very long time. Good fella. Haven't seen him for a long time. He's still in the older cross Simart livery by the looks too.
Ooh. Coming up as our 13th plated car is going to be Jeff Randall from the UK and 14th plated car, Xavier Sanchez from Iberia. Watch him to come through the field if he doesn't quite qualify just right tonight. Luke Whitten from Team Milo as our 15th plated car here tonight, representing AusNZ. We've got Mark Lay, the last of the clowns in the field, from the Asia Club as our 16th plated car. And wrapping up the field, as you said, Alex, just sneaking in with a 45-55 is Jochen Osbeck from Scandinavia as our 17th plated car.
Yeah, he's just snuck in, the Blue Bomber. But he's looking to make a fist of it here tonight, as Hendrickson's looking to come across and set the time to beat with a 46.61 with his first lap, if you don't mind, in the 46s with his first lap. Holy guacamole, that's fast. As is Espez. Jones just outside that with a 47.1. Espez and Hendrickson once again setting the pace. Espez hasn't done too many laps here this week. I've seen Hendrickson out a few times. Sorosky comes flying in, leading the ANZ charge. Just pipped by McBurney. They're all in the 46s in their first laps here tonight, Corey. This is crazy stuff.
Yeah, absolutely, Alex, and that's just one of the natures of this track. It's a very fast, flowy kind of race circuit, and momentum is absolutely everything, especially on some of these really tight corners where you just got to keep that momentum up to get a nice launch out to continue on down the straight.
Yeah, 100%. Look, the guys up the pointy end of the field are coming around through the hay shed by the looks, looking to close out the, I can't believe 46.6 first lap. 46.6 is, you're in the top 10 qualies of the week, let alone on a first lap, as we follow Hendrickson down as he rotates through MG for the final time. Comes around the sweeping final brace of two left-handers out of the final corner up this long straight. Corey, 46, can't imagine what he's going to do in the second one.
Oh, it should be a pretty fantastic time here, Alex, as he's coming up to the line. Pablo Espez also just behind him on track as well, and the time is 46.544 for Hendrickson. And Espez also getting a 46.5. They're separated, Alex, by 3 thousandths of a second.
Crazy stuff. It just shows you how good those first laps were. They're only able to beat them by about a tenth. Can't believe it. The top, how many? The top 11 drivers are in the 46s. Heaven forbid you hadn't done a 46 all week, and the top 11 drivers have done 46s here tonight. Gardner's had good pace all week. Is he still out on track? He is. He crosses the line. He's had great qualifying pace all weekend. He can only manage P11 with a 46.8. I take it back. They're in the 46s all the way down to P13. That's crazy stuff. I don't think Jeff Randall's finished yet, has he? Yeah, he has. Mark Lay might be still out on a lap. No, he's pulled up. I think that's just about everyone done their laps, Corey. I can't believe that. You've got, when did I say? 13 cars in the 46s. I got a pole in a 30-something soft earlier today with a 46.9. That would have been enough to get me 13th here tonight, Corey. Crazy stuff.
Oh, that is absolutely incredible, Alex. And we do actually still have one car out there. It's the 13 of Jeff Randall. I'm not sure whether he's actually going to set a lap time here. I'm not sure whether he's on his first or his second lap. But I think he might have maybe stuffed up his first lap, and this is his second lap. So we'll see what he does as he comes around turn 11 this time. Gets a little bit squirrely there in 11 as he comes down into turn 12, trying to keep all the momentum he possibly can for the long run down the pit straight. And Alex, this is one of those pit straights where we could actually see a battle to the line and maybe even changes of position later in the race.
Yeah, potentially. And that was his second. It was a counting lap, and he jumps up to P15 on the back of that. Speaking of positions, let's go check out our grid tonight for round 8 of season 29 of Sunday Night Lights. Team Torpedoes, Tim Hendrickson grabs pole tonight with a 46.5, one of the top handful of times this week, just pipping by 2/1000ths of a second. Pablo Espez, his chief rival this season, joins him on the front row in second. Starting third tonight, leading ANZ driver in the Quali Stakes, Brett McBurney for McFlabby Racing. Only 15/100ths off pole. Amazing stuff. 41/100ths off pole. Joining him on the second row will be Oscar Chinchilla from Iberia for Team Astro Racing. Of course, Vasco Sorowski. Again, you're not even a 10th off pole, and you're in 5th. Unbelievable stuff. 2 ANZ drivers starting in the top 5 tonight. Joining Vasco on the third row will be the other Team Torpedo driver, Anthony Jones. He starts from 6th. FBM Cube controls Dario Frattini, starts from 7th, just ahead of Rasmus Fiore's number 3, starting from 8th. Team Milo's Luke Witten starts out of 9th here tonight, just ahead of Dimitri Philippides from France. In 10th, ANZ's Neil Gardner. Captain 499 starts out of 11th tonight, just ahead of Xavier Sanchez from Spain. Going over the page, we have Joachim Osbeck from Scandinavia. 0.3 off pole, down in 13th position. Last driver in the 46s. Sam Devantier for Speedy Snails starts out of 14th, just ahead of UK and I's Jeff Randalls. The other clown in the field, Mark Lay, he starts out of 16th, just ahead of the prodigal son, Cristobal Otero. Starts out of 17th, the Iberian Corey. That'll about do us for the grid so far here tonight. 14 laps ahead of us around one of the craziest circuits we visit here on Sunday night. Lights as the drivers rev their engines and get ready to go. The red lights come on. They go out and we are off here tonight to start lap 1 of 14 here at Phillip Island, Corey.
That's exactly right, Alex. As the field comes streaming down into turn number 1, I just want to point out the top 15 separated by less than half a second. The entire field separated by 0.904. Crazy margins there in qualifying, but we're here for the race now as everyone survives doing corner turn number 1. I can hear a little bit of argy-bargy. I think there was a little bit of nose-to-tail contact going into turn number 2 there, Alex. But I don't quite see if anyone's got any damage, so I'm going to assume for the most part the damage is quite minimal there.
Could well be. I'm side by side Espes and Hendrickson already as they come down into Miller corner for the first time. There's plenty of stuff too, almost 3 wide. No shopping cart action into Miller for the first time, but still plenty of 2x2. 18 deep in this field, and there's 2x2s all through this field except up the front. And the draft is such here. I mean, the draft is not what it used to be in the skips, but the draft will keep you in touch enough to have a bit of side-by-side action throughout the field. Drivers all know that, but they also know once the draft is broken, that is all she wrote. You will not get it back, Corey.
No, that's exactly right, Alex, unless your name is Luke Whitten, who was able to close the draft up in the warm-up race, as there is a little bit of contact coming into MG. And it looks like everyone able to get through with that, but still up the front of the field, Tim Hendrickson leading the way. But now he's going to be under attack from Pablo Espes, Alex, as I said, this is the one area where the draft really does come into effect, the pit straight here. And you can already see Pablo Espes pulling out of the draft with Hendrickson and going for the move into turn 1. Yeah,
but characteristically now, it doesn't just keep going there. You tend to pull up and the guy beside you will luckily only just get clear, and you can see there the margin there, nothing, less than 2/10 at the end of the front straight, and it's one of the longest draft straights you will see in the series, and you can still at best only just get a nose in front. That's what the draft looks like these days in the skips. No longer draft to pass, as they're still 2x2 deep in the field. The whole field now separated by a total, let me just check, of 4.5 seconds. This whole field, if you can believe it. Look at them, still 2x2 they go into the compressions. Oh, a bit of contact there. Randall getting a hurry up by the looks, I think. And Mark Lay trundling around at the back. And they've kept going. Although, where's Randall? He hasn't. He's had a bit of an unfortunate one there. It looked like he got a bit of nose-to-tail contact. If we jump back and check with our leaders, they're starting to stretch them out a bit now. Corey behind. Hendrickson and Espes really putting the pace on early.
That's exactly right, Alex. And this is their way of just trying to gain a bit of an advantage so they can just have enough space to fight between themselves for the last few laps. But it's probably not going to work out too well. Oscar Chinchilla, definitely one of those drivers who will just absolutely try and stick onto a battle no matter what the cost. And right now he's just sitting there in third, watching these two just play their little leapfrog game, especially here on the front straight. And we'll see how he's going to act to all this throughout the race. In fact, he might look at making it 3 wide here, but it could be a little bit too early. But he's going to do it, Alex, 3 wide into Doohan corner. And we're probably going to see quite a bit of this throughout the night.
I was going to say, it only took till start of lap 3. Mate, I've seen 4 wide finishes here this week, and drivers still trying to make it 5. I think you could actually fit 5 wide down the front straight at some point. We might even see it here tonight. You never know. But you can see this front pack is all concertinaed back up again. And we are still, the whole field now, except with the exception of Jeff Randall, who's dropped off the back, is separated by 5, less than 5.5 seconds. It's 3 wide. They try to make it once again into Millard, settle down into 2 wide. And they keep going 2 wide through the corner, as is very possible to do here in these cars. And the order is shuffled up the front, though. Espes and Chinchilla, they are leading proceedings here tonight. Hendrickson looking to come back now up the inside of Chinchilla if he can get it. Follows Espes around the longer way around Hayshed on the run up to The left-hander that leads over Lukey Heights. Beautiful flowing fourth gear corner. Try and let the car rotate, then get on the gas as early as you can. Crest the hill. Compress down heavy on the front suspension as you brake down to first, all the way down to first gear through the right-hander. Try to get on the gas as early as you can because it is flat here until you lift slightly into turn one, Corey. One of the most exhilarating runs that we see in the series this season.
Oh, absolutely, Alex. Just that run from MG all the way through to Southern Loop kind of reminds me of the run going across the top of Bathurst in these cars. Because as you said, it's flat stick the whole way. And I'm sure if there was a long straight bit like this over the top of Mount Panorama, you'd be seeing 3 wide going into the first corner too. Because there they go once more, 3 wide. And there's still 3 wide coming up to turn 2 now, Alex, which is absolutely crazy stuff. But McBurney, one of the ones up there in the 3 wide, and he's going to look at taking the lead here from Tim Hendrickson as they come out of the Southern Loop.
It's a dead set squadron of skippies. Look at them all side by side. Precision flying team they are. Look at them go. Will, the one of Espes, look to make it 3 wide. Hendrickson running him wide now. Into the braking zone. They go 3 wide. Into Miller. Can they come out? They're going to come out 2 wide. McBurney seats the corner there. Discretion, most definitely the better part of Valor, as alongside him comes the other torpedo in the field, Ant Jones. Side by side through. They go once again at Siberia. This time round, they compress the field back up. The whole field was the whole field was 5.5 seconds last lap. They're less than 4.5 this lap. Unbelievable stuff. These guys are just putting on some kind of show. I don't think there's any corner that we haven't seen 2 by 2 in yet. 4 wide down the front straight last time round. It's only lap 4, Corey.
Yeah, that's exactly right, Alex. These guys turning up the wick right from the word go here tonight. And what an amazing track that they're doing it on too, the Phillip Island race circuit. Most famous for MotoGP racing. But we're tearing it up in the skippies here tonight. And the show that these guys are putting on is pretty fantastic. But on the front straight, we got now Tim Hendrickson trying to defend from Espes. He's probably not going to be able to do it because of the draft. And Anthony PM Jones coming up there as well. He's going to try and put his hat into this little battle as well. But for the moment, just sitting them behind. Maybe a little bit of team orders coming into play there between Anthony and Tim there, Alex.
Potentially, but look at it behind. You've got McBurney and Chinchilla side by side still. Chinchilla backs out. Now he's got Frattini on the inside. Swaps McBurney for Frattini. Chinchilla 2 by 2 for the first sector. The whole way through behind there. Then you've got Witten, who's moved up a couple. Swarovski's back 3, looking to move forward once again if he can. Gritting and grinding his teeth as he's gone back 3 positions. He won't enjoy that, the head clown. Side by side still they go. There's nowhere to go anywhere. These guys are just jam-packed in every corner. You've got to look inside, outside. Oh, pardon me, beg your pardon, coming through. Here we go. These guys are just, it's Witten and Swarovski side by side once again on the exit of Siberia. They will not give it up. He just doesn't want to keep getting shuffled. And they had a little bit of netcode contact through the hay shed. I think they've almost got it sorted, but Witten comes back again, will he? No. He gives it up as they go single file through Lukey Heights, jumping back up to the leaders, Corey.
It's just absolutely amazing racing. Here comes Witten again, going for the move on Swarovski. Almost contact as they come through MG. Now they're rounding turn number 11 before they come onto the pit straight. And it just seems that this is their little calm section here, Alex, from MG all the way through to the final corner. This is where the field is at its absolute most calm. And to say that with a straight face is incredible because that is the smallest section of the track as everything is going to start descending back to chaos. 3 wide for the lead once more. And it looks like this time Anthony PM Jones is going to take the lead coming out of turn 1, Alex.
Got it. Oh, behind him, Chinchilla going very wide. The seat of his pants looking to hang out onto the grass. A side by side, you got 2 torpedoes. And he's getting it done. There is Espes up the inside, but into the newly named Miller corner, it'll be Tim Hendrickson, who, as he goes through Stoner on the run down into Miller now. 3 wide, up the inside, pulls it up. Momentarily 3 wide it looked like. That was Chinchilla, who's grabbed a 2 for 1. He's grabbed 2 spots in the braking zone at Miller, but this time through Siberia, it'll be Jones who goes up the inside of the compromised run on the exit there from Chinchilla, and back at him comes Espes. And the closest thing to a breakaway we've had all night, Hendrickson's out to a 3/10 lead. Stop the presses, Corey.
Oh, absolutely, Alex, because they nearly went 3 wide going past the hay shed up into Lukey Heights once more, and it's still side by side between Chinchilla and Jones. And for this time, looks like Espes just playing it safe right now. McBurney trying to find his way up there as well, again once more. This racing action is absolutely electric, Alex. These guys have, not just turned up the work, they've absolutely blown it up right now.
Oh, mate, McBurney threw it down the inside of MG, and all it did was, all it succeeded in doing was give Frattini the run on the exit. Frattini now side by side already up the front straight. Oh, Sorowski says, I'll have some of that. Makes it 3 wide up the front straight. Not sure if he'll stay there, but up front they were momentarily through. I don't know where to look, Corey. There's action everywhere. 2x2s, 3x3s. This is the kind of racing you get at the skips. It is edge of your seat stuff. And I can tell you, the guys are absolutely sweating themselves silly with all the tension going on here. Where do I position my car? How do I hang on? How do I move forward? I don't want to compromise my exit, my entry, all the rest of it. It's all happening here. And you can just see the stories playing out in front of you as the 2 torpedoes run 1 and 2 side by side up the inside again. Chinchilla has a look this time, 3 wide. How did they get through there? 3 wide through Miller that time. They get it done. Unbelievable, uncompromising stuff here in the skips for Sunday Night Lights.
That's exactly right, Alex. As we come out of Siberia, it looks like Tim Henderson has the lead once more, but the battle is not over. You see Anthony Jones starting to get swallowed up a little bit here on the left, and Chinchilla, he's going to be looking for a move up here on the inside of Lukey Heights. It's not an area where we usually see overtakes happen, but there he is. He's just thrown it on up there, trying to make it stick, and let's see what happens coming down into MG this time. Close quarters stuff, but it looks like Chinchilla's going to have the advantage right now, Alex, and maybe there could be a little bit of phantom damage on the Hendrickson car.
Yeah, it looks kind of okay, but do you know what's stunning me at the moment, mate? Top 12 cars are separated by 2 seconds. Less than 2 seconds covers the front 12 all-point scoring positions for this pack. The only way you can do that is typically 2x2 throughout the whole circuit. I don't know if they're 2 wide, 3 wide, 4 wide. Are they 5 wide at the moment? I can't tell. But they're all looking to go. They've got it down to 3, I think. Kind of, sort of. The squadron of Skippies rounds the first corner at Duard once again. They come out the other side. Wow, this is crazy stuff. And they've made it work the whole way through. I don't think I've seen anything more than a 0x in this front 12 the whole night so far. And we're only 8 and a bit laps in, Corey. We're on lap 8. Crazy stuff.
That's exactly right, Alex. These guys putting it all on the line, absolutely. And they're no longer playing chess. This is a full-on laser tag match these guys got going on as they try to go 3 wide once more through Miller. And around goes Anthony Jones, and there is the chaos that we knew was going to happen inevitably, Alex.
Oh, my goodness, they're going on with it. Oh, you are not going to win any friends doing that, folks. Let's go see what happens here into the braking zone. What do we got? There's a bit of rev here. Did Espes get a nudge from behind? I'm not sure. But then Jones closes the door. Not sure if Espes was there. And then he'll just get into the rear of him, I have no doubt. Just into the rear as he was, yeah, and the 2 of them go around. And then watch the, I need the Benny Hill music in a minute. As it all just warms up. And then there's carnage. No one looking to hold their brakes at all. Look at them just on the gas and into each other like Dodgem cars, and then, yeah, that's not ideal, gentlemen. Maybe we'll have a look at that again at some stage if I can grab the right camera. We're back up front now. And we've got Hendrickson and McBurney and Sorowski now in 3rd position. Are they out on their own? They got a 7/10 lead over Chinchilla and Philippides. They're not out of it yet. But that has really changed the landscape of this one, Corey, with McBurney and Sorowski, 2 ANZ drivers, sandwiching Team Torpedo's Hendrickson for the podium positions.
That's exactly right, Alex. And instead of a pocket of excitement, it looks like we might be starting to develop separate little pockets of excitement. The thing that we usually like to see. But I was quite enjoying that big group. Maybe if these front three, Hendrickson, Bernie, and Swarovski, can battle a little bit, we can at least get some of that group back into this one. Because that was some super intense racing as Hendrickson, currently leading the way, left it to McBurney and Swarovski to battle it out over second as Chinchilla and Philippides have rejoined onto the back of the front group.
Well, after all that, the front five are now separated by less than a second. And then there's a 1.1 second gap back to Frattini and Witten. Sanchez in tow as well. There's another three of them here looking to play a part in this one. Looks like Philippides in P5 there is sporting a bit of damage to that rear wing. But that's no problems for the front four. Hendrickson leading him around for the tail end of lap 9 as they come back onto the front straight with 5 to go this time round, and already McBurney getting a brilliant run side by side on exit. Swarovski makes it 3 wide once again. It's more the norm rather than the exception these days here, or tonight here at Phillip Island. They've got it sorted to 2s in this front 5 as they go through Doohan once again on the run down to the southern loop. They kind of got it sorted, still 2x2 in the middle stage of this. Oh, they look to run a bit wider than I would have thought. Getting on the gas very early, understeering a little bit there, Corey, but they've got it under control once again as they... Well, then surely they're not going to make it 3 wide again. They've just seen what's happened. Swarovski let it run wide now as they come into Miller. Just 2x2 this time round, Corey.
Yeah, that's right, Alex. And Hendrickson actually gets his nose up on the inside of Swarovski this time. I also know Swarovski pushing the absolute limits of the exit of Doohan Corner there, just about tickling the grass a little bit. But he's maintaining the lead for the moment. But Tim Hendrickson, not one to settle for second place. He is absolutely all over the gearbox of Swarovski right now, just trying to look for any little way that he can get around. And it looks like he's going to pull to the inside here at Lukey Heights. Not quite. It's just going to stay back there. Maybe go for a late lunge into MG. Or the smart option, Alex, will be he's going to save it for the pit straight where he has full advantage of the draft. And it looks like our little pack of 5 has now once more become a pack of 8.
Pack of 8, front pack separated by around 2 seconds now. Not since Coda a couple of seasons ago. Swarovski been leading a race here on a Sunday night. Absolutely got the bit between his teeth as he leads them on the tail end of lap 10, start of lap 11. And Hendrickson just wrests that lead from him momentarily before McBurney grabs it 3 wide. Chinchilla looking to make it 4 wide, but they settle for 2s. And it's McBurney, Hendrickson, Swarovski, Chinchilla. And then behind them is, Swarovski comes back at Chinchilla, who seeds the corner, falls back into line. They go single file for one of the few moments they have all night here in the front pack. And they've got it sorted. They're just in that quiet phase of the race where they're trying to position themselves for the final burst of energy over the last couple of laps. Because in the last couple of laps, Corey, it's going to heat up again for sure.
Oh, absolutely, Alex. I didn't think that we were going to have a chance to catch a breath in this race with the way they were driving there at the start. But it looks like everyone's just kind of settled here in the single file formation. And I've also noticed there's a little bit of dust getting kicked up on the inside of some of these corners, especially the second half of turn 2. A little bit of dust just finding its way onto the track as these guys are trying to take every advantage they can in these corners. Even just clipping the grass there in the dirt, just dragging a little bit of it onto the track, Alex.
Yeah, absolutely. Great to see nearly half the front pack of 8 here. 3 ANZ drivers here in the what has traditionally been the ANZ Skippy soft race. Of course, we welcome drivers from all around the world these days. It's become the biggest thing in the Skippy calendar each week. And this week it's led by an ANZ driver in Brett McBurney. Last time round it was Vasco Swarovski. This time it's Brett McBurney. Hendrickson in the ANZ Skippy sandwich once again. As they fan out, Swarovski moves immediately to his left. comes up against the pit wall. McBurney gives him room. Once again, Chinchilla looking to make it 4 wide. Swarovski this time around the outside. 3 wide they go into do and corner. 3 wide, 2 wide they come out. As I reckon McBurney would have had to lift now. He's going to come up the inside. Can he challenge Hendrickson once again? Hendrickson keeps it very tight there. Leaves absolutely no room for the drift out that we often see. As Swarovski, though, gets the better drive out of the southern loop now. Down into the sweeping Stoner corner, into the heavy braking zone. One of the heaviest braking zones we got here. 3 wide once again. Into Miller they go. What are they going to look like this time? 3 wide. Around the outside goes McBurney. Swarovski momentarily had the lead, then only took the 1 short straight into Miller, and he's back in 3rd, Corey.
It do be like that sometimes, Alex, as it looks like these guys starting to turn up that whip once more. A little bit of wheel-to-wheel contact as well between Philippides and Chinchilla. But it looks like the intensity starting to pick up once more. They only had 1 lap to take a break, and now it's all action stations go as we go past the Hayshed into Lukey Heights. And McBurney still with the advantage momentarily as we head down into MG. But we'll have to see how it's going to end up coming out of the final corners and onto the pit straight. I saw Luke Whitten there in the back going very wide coming out of MG. But hopefully he won't lose too much momentum from it. And speaking of momentum, it looked like Vasco Swarovski with a ton of pace right now going through 11 and 12, Alex. He's definitely trying to set up something special here once more for the pit straight.
Yeah, a little bit of clumsy run there through MG for Philippides and Whitten getting caught up. They're all clamouring to move forward as 3 wide once against Swarovski. Gets the elbows out, says, no, beg your pardons, I'm coming through. Gets past McBurney, runs side by side with Hendrickson. McBurney's gone. He's gone. We won't see him again tonight unless he doesn't hold the brakes, keeps the boot in it. We might see him come across the field here in a second. No, oh, how did he hang on to that? McBurney didn't even lose that much. Oh, is he going to kiss the grass again? Surely not. Unbelievable control there. But I thought the only place we were going to see him was off in the Southern Ocean or in the middle of the pack, as we've seen in real life a couple of times, unfortunately. But that leaves 3 guys ready to break away. Surely don't go 2 by 2 here, Jez. This is your chance. Although they're 3 wide coming into Miller this time round and behind, and that was their chance. Although again they're clambering over the positions, trying to move forward with only 1.5 to go. Corey, the guys in the middle of this front pack, as they start to splinter now, really trying to do what they can in the closing stages. Whereas up front we got Swarovski leading it through the final sector of the penultimate lap. Corey, what does this mean for the race? Will we have an ANZ champion here tonight?
Oh, one can only hope, Alex, and we got all of our hope riding with Swarovski right now as we come through MG for the penultimate time. This is the moment where everyone has to put up or shut up. This is where everything will be absolutely on the table, no holds barred. But we'll see what's going to happen here as we come out of the final corner for the second to last time. And as we come up to the start-finish line, Fred the flag marshal will have the white flag out. There he is. White flag, last lap, last chance to win it or wear it. 3 wide into turn 1 once more. There's going to be Hendrickson, Chinchilla, and Swarovski. And McBurney trying to join in on this battle as well. In fact, we've got 3 AusNZ drivers up in the top 5 right now, Alex, and they're all trying to hunt for an AusNZ victory as we go through the Southern Loop.
Where's Whitten come from? He's come from nowhere, from the clouds. Oh, Swarovski gets on the inside there. Oh, Chinchilla's done fantastically to get up into the front row. 3 by 3 behind, if you don't mind. 3 wide. The 3 ANZ, surely they don't buy their ticket. Here, sure, there's contact, there's side by side, 3 wide, 2 wide in front. Does that equal 5 wide? I don't think so, but they're going to come out 3 wide too. Whitten runs very wide. He'll have to pull in behind, surely. No, he's still in it. Boot's still in it. Swarovski getting shuffled. McBurney coming out ahead of that one. I think, oh, they're still banging wheels there on the exit there. Chinchilla, though, leading Hendrickson. It'll be between these 2. Absolutely. If they run nose to tail, though, McBurney will have something to say about that. No doubt he'll move over to driver's left to try and have a look up the inside of Siberia, will he? No. Line astern. Swarovski's managed to dispatch Whitten. Will Whitten have a look down the inside of MG? No, he won't. McBurney thinks about it. Yes, he will. Oh, I said it. I called it and he did. And out the front of it becomes Chinchilla. Chinchilla's got to survive the draft chain though. Swarovski gets the run on McBurney. What will Hendrickson do? He's trying to get side draft. I reckon Chinchilla's lifted. He's going to try and come back in the draft now. It's Hendrickson leading this one. Swarovski's got the run. The jockey's on the back, whipping the yellow clown car along. Can he get it? Can he get it? No, he can't. Oh, I don't know who got it. I think it was Hendrickson. Oh, the jockeys are all... Can you just picture him with a whip whacking the hindquarters of the little skippies? They're all going for it. Unbelievable. Hendrickson grabs it from Chinchilla. Too many ducks and drakes there from Chinchilla. He lifted out of it, Corey. He let Hendrickson through, thought I'll get the draft, and he just couldn't do it. Too many ducks and drakes. Doesn't pay off once again, Corey.
That's exactly right, Alex. And, you know, he gave it the shot, and I give him all the commendation in the world for trying it out. Just didn't quite work out for him. But at the line, Alex, the top three wide across the line, separated by 0.074 of a second, which is absolutely nothing for a free wide finish. And, you know, just having a quick look through, our top 8 separated by less than a second.
Unbelievable.
Where else are you going to see a finish like that, Alex?
Where else, indeed? I'm going to see if I can get it on board from somewhere back a bit earlier. Yeah, in this last lap, I want to ride on board. Oh, go live, Alex. I want to ride on board with Swarovski. I reckon he had a run. I reckon he had something to watch, honestly. Look, you see the inside there. You've got, you had Luke Whitten momentarily. Look at Krusty the Clown there, licking his lips with excitement as they come through this final sector here. This will be something, I guarantee it. And he's still fending off Whitten, thinking about, and I said, Will Whitten surely won't come around the outside. And watch this. Here he comes, down on the inside. How did they survive that? And then he dispatches with Whitten, and then McBurney leaves the door open. And I thought Swarovski for all money. Look at this. He's on the inside of the final corner. He gets squeezed by McBurney. Even has a little lift. And then gets the run on the outside, and it all opens up for him. And as the jockey brings the whip out, oh, he just clipped the grass. Can he get it? Can he get it? Can he get it? No, he can't. We've just passed the line. Unbelievable. Fantastic stuff. Really enjoyed that one. That was epic. I was wondering tonight whether we'd get some sort of racing like that, Corey, but we certainly did. That was epic. And Phillip Island puts on a magic one once again. Let's go check our results here for Sunday Night Lights. Round 8, Phillip Island. Tim Hendrickson for Team Torpedo grabs a famous victory, 25 100ths ahead of Oscar Chinchilla, who couldn't quite manage to pull off the mind games there through the final couple of corners. Vasco Swarovski, a famous podium there for Team Cloud. We've got ANZ 345, one on the podium for Swarovski. Brett McBurney for McFlabby Racing grabs a healthy P4, and Team Milo's Luke Whitten's come from nowhere in this race to grab a top 5 finish for Team Milo and ANZ. Xavier Sanchez, he's come up 6 positions to be the biggest mover in this field, from 12th up to 6th. The Iberian, fantastic drive for the Spaniard. Dario Frattini for FPM Cube Controls grabs P7. Dimitri Filippidis, international man of mystery, finishes in P8, just ahead of Captain 499, Mr. Neil Gardner, in 9th. The Cowboy for Speedy Snail, Sam Devantia, he's finished in 10th. How many did he grab? He grabbed 4 positions to move up to 10th. Good drive from the Cowboy. Joachim Osbeck, who had an accident early, actually. I was going to go back and have a look, but the action I couldn't take my eyes off. Anyway, Osbeck's finished in 11th, just ahead of the other clown in the field, Mark Lay, finishing in 12th inside the Sunday Night Lights points. Jeff Randall, his second appearance here on a Sunday night from memory. He's he's in 13th here tonight, just ahead of Rasmus Fiore. Haven't seen him all week. We didn't see him all night. Bit short of a run, unfortunately, Rasmus, but don't rule him out for future weeks. He is a quality driver. Cristobal Otero from Iberia joins us once again after a long hiatus and finishes 15th, just ahead of Pablo Espez in 16th. Anthony Jones is 17th after their misadventures mid-race, and I thought there were 18, but there's only 17, and that's it, Corey. That's how they finished top to tail.
Yeah, that's exactly right, Alex. And I just can't get over that racing that we're seeing here tonight. Phillip Island absolutely turned it on for us here tonight, and that racing was better than top notch. You can see this is why we're unofficially the world's soft race broadcasters right now for the Skippy racing community, because that's what the best in the world can do. Each and every single lap, we only had one lap where there wasn't much action going on, Alex, and every other lap was absolutely incredible.
Yeah, unbelievable stuff on it. Fantastic effort for the drivers out there tonight, and really enjoyed it. They put on an amazing show. Bumps, bruises everywhere, but Skippy Racing is the winner of the day. Speaking of the drivers, let's grab a couple of them. We'll start with your race winner, Mr. Tim Hendrickson, Team Torpedoes. Tim Hendrickson, 2 torpedoes out there, 1 finishes and 1 finishes on top, mate. That was a bit of action.
I'm kind of really sad actually. Anne died. He really did not deserve that. He drove brilliantly up until that point, making up plenty of position from his qualifying spot, and less words I say about what happened to Ant, the better, I feel.
Yeah, mate, it was unfortunate. Got a lot of time for Mr. Jones. I was really pleased to see him out there in a couple of races there tonight. Always got good pace, always good racing. An unfortunate way for him to finish here tonight. But for yourself, made a victory and a tight one at that. I think the top 3 separated by less than half a tenth on the line.
It's something, this, Jack.
Yeah,
the problem with Phillip Island, that it's only really enjoyable when you've got a good pack you can trust, which doesn't really suit soft races.
Well,
I mean,
go ahead.
It's good tight action for the broadcast, I'm sure, but as a driver, most of the time you're not really racing. You're more. Well, me and Ant were basically in a chat room coordinating, like, yeah, I'm going to put my car here, so make sure that you're there. Yeah.
Yeah, makes it challenging, mate. It certainly does. Look, I agree. I think the soft races, it's kind of a double-edged sword. For the most part, the drivers there you can trust because they've got the skill and the pace to do it, but then they also both want to win. Everyone wants to win. So
everyone's got everyone's got that trophy in sight.
Yeah, it makes it tough.
Big W.
Makes it tough. Well, only one can walk away with is your good self tonight. Tim, it was, look, top effort. Had good pace here throughout the season, to be honest, and obviously here tonight as well to take out the victory. Bit of luck as always in this kind of thing. There's a bit of a draft lottery here and there, but you got to position your car and you got to be in it to win it, mate. So
that's it.
Well done, mate. Congratulations. Anyone you'd like to give a shout out to tonight?
Let's be creative. Let's shout out Twitch chat for once. Where would we be without the supporting community behind these broadcasts? I've shouted you guys up plenty. Like, without them, we wouldn't be here. Let's be honest. So thank you to all the viewers watching. Thank you to all the drivers participating. And if you want to be part of this fantastic community and you're not yet, go to the iRacing Skippy Discord, click on the Discord link, and join the party because the more the merrier.
Yeah, absolutely, mate. The Skippy Discord is great. Check it out on the forums there. The link's there. Go check them out. It's a good little community there. Plenty of action going on. And this community more broadly, on track and off is pretty strong at the moment. It's a good bunch of people. So get in amongst it and you can get here on a Sunday night and get amongst it with the best in the world. So thanks, Timmy. Great to talk to you, mate. And we'll look forward to speaking to you again soon.
Thanks, lads. See ya.
There you go, Corey. Tonight's winner, Mr. Tim Hendrickson, did a stellar job out there, keeping his nose clean with good pace and managed to get it done in the end.
That's exactly right, Alex. And you heard there in chat while Anthony was up there racing with him, they were just trying to coordinate their efforts to try and maintain the lead. And, that's sometimes just what the racing can be like. Sometimes it's just an absolute anything can happen kind of affair. And other times it's a really, really high-speed, intense chess match. So these guys definitely know what they're doing. And, what a win for Hendrickson, though. It was intense all the way through, and he never looked like he was out of the top 3 the whole time there, Alex. So It looks like the old Timmy Hendrickson is back.
Certainly does. Next up for us is the head cloud himself, mate. Vasco, I backed you in, mate. I had the little jockey with the horse whip on the back, giving the hindquarters of the skippy the whipping, giving it the treatment, and we just couldn't quite get you over the line, mate. How was that one for you?
Evening, boys. Yeah, in my head, I had it already ready to go, and then two other Aussies popped up beside me. I was like, where did they come from? Yeah, that was tyre racing isn't. I don't know. I don't think it describes that enough, to be honest with you. Yeah, well, quality was good, but not mint enough to beat Tim, which was the goal. But fell asleep. And the race was really well, mate. It was interesting. Everyone was quick, and I don't know. I was just speaking to Dario just then, and when he was behind me, I thought we gapped the field, so I wasn't too fussed about letting him pass. And then all of a sudden, my mirror filled up with virtually the whole grid, and I was like, "No, we cannot stay here. We have to move somehow." But mate, it was an interesting race. Like all of them, it's tight, so there's going to be some touching here and there, and a few of the fellas went off, and that opened up. I just happened to be on the outside, so that opened up a little bit breather for me, sort of thing, to get up in there a bit better. But fighting over Lukey and down into the hairpin there, it just wasn't enough to get right on the back of the front two and get them at the line. So next time, right?
Yeah, next time, Gadget, next time. But I got to tell you, I was so amazed at the run you did get on that final lap. Give all things considered, I was not expecting there to be a big green Milo car on the inside through MG there, and to come out of that and to pick the space on the inside of Brett there and then almost have it won, mate. Look, fantastic effort, well played, and you made the most of, mate, an exciting set of circumstances. So congratulations, great podium, mate. Only a couple of steps higher and you got one under the bag. But anyway,
yeah,
one day. Anyway, mate, great to talk to you as always. Anyone you'd like to give a shout out to tonight?
Oh, you and Corey, as always, for putting this on. The other races, where else do you get a 5,700 soft, just for a normal weekly race sort of thing? But and obviously the boys, Doug, Martin, Greg, Justin, and I have to throw in Mark because I keep forgetting him all the time. So good on Mark Lay, even though he didn't have a good run in this one today. But hopefully next week they'll both be up there and better and harder.
Yeah, absolutely, mate. Great to talk to you as always, and look forward to seeing you on track and back here next week. Thanks,
guys. Thank you.
There you go, Corey. That was head clown Vasco Sorosky. Great performance there tonight. Oh, I was backing him in at the end there, but he just couldn't quite get it done.
Yeah, I would have loved to have seen a Vasco Sorosky win because it's been a long time coming for him. He's just been improving. I remember when he first started joining the top split and he was running middle to the back of the pack, and now look at him up the front, racing with the best in the world, battling for wins, and he was so close, Alex. 0.074 off getting that first win here. And what can I say? He's just a really good bloke too. Like, he's just one of those guys that you just want to do well. And, he nearly had it there tonight. He was so close.
Oh, mate, it was very, very close, and good. Fair pump to him too. It was a great effort. But next on our list of drivers here, who's here for chat, P70 tonight, Dario Frattini for FPM Cube Controls. Dario, mate, a bit short of a run maybe here this week. Is that what held you back, or was just the action too hot up front?
I don't know. I mean, we started with qualifying. It could have been a bit better. I'm sure everybody said they could have done a 0.5. Done a 0.5 in qualifying, but it wasn't the cleanest lap, so I could have started a bit further ahead. Then I got rear-ended in the second lap, I think, so that bent my rear wing. I'm not sure if that cost me any time, but really, when the pack is so big, I had no idea where to go. I had no idea where to go at all times. And then it got in my head that I couldn't do it because my car was slightly damaged. So I don't think it would have changed much. But I think it was a fun race, at least for you to watch. So I can't wait to watch it back, really.
Yeah, awesome work, mate. Yeah, look, it's tough, and I get where you're coming from too. You get that little tap, and you think car's damaged, I'm down. It just all gets in your head, particularly when there's 16 cars around you at any one time, all trying to occupy the same piece of tarmac. So yeah, there's a lot going on out there, mate. For the longest time there, the top 15 cars were separated by less than 2 seconds, probably for about the first 5 laps. So plenty going on out there. But P7, nothing to sneeze at, mate. 5,700 soft. Picked up a little bit of I rating, a few points, and a bit more experience under the belt. Ready for the big racing to come in the remaining weeks. But certainly thank you for joining us once again, Corey, Dario. It's great to see you, mate, each and every week. And hopefully we'll see you again soon. Anyone you'd like to give a shout out to, mate?
Well, just you guys. I'm sure the broadcast was very good today. As I said, I can't wait to watch it back. And everybody who showed up today, I think the racing was relatively clean, all things considered. We're racing with high pings and so many cars, as you said, all packed up together. I finished 7th, half a second of first place. So very happy with how it all went.
Excellent. All right, mate. Great to see you as always, and look forward to speaking to you again soon.
Yeah, see you next week. Bye.
Corey Darifantini, I'll get his name right eventually. You don't have any Italian blood in you, do you, mate?
Oh, not that I know of. I mean, there's always a possibility, you know. Absolutely. But Bertini, what can I say about him? He's always a great driver. He's always up towards the front. And to that, high ping comment that he said about everyone, I actually had a look before the race, Alex, and everyone was running more than 100 ping, which is pretty incredible when you think about it. So I'm not sure where the server farm was for this race, but it definitely could have been a lot more hectic than it absolutely was with how high everyone's ping was.
Yeah, pretty amazing when you think about it. I guess that we didn't see more carnage. Yeah, so well done to everyone out there. Right, we've been waiting for him. He's almost here. It's the one himself, the man himself, Mr. Sam. Mr. Hey, what are you talking about? Hey, it's the cowboy, Mr. Sam Devantier. Welcome back, mate. What was that like for you? P10, top 10 finish. You've been out of the game for a while, mate. The action's pretty hot out there.
Yeah, you can say that again. I've turned the 10 pretty much washed up now. Don't race anymore.
Yeah, right.
What a gaggle. Oh my God. What a gaggle.
Yeah, mate, there was plenty of racing out there. Qualified 14th, up 4 into the top 10. So, you know, nothing to sneeze at there, but certainly the action was pretty hot out there, mate.
Yeah, it was pretty hot. I'm not here for a championship, man. I'm not here to run full time, so I'd rather just stay out of it and watch the death unfold, which I did.
Righto. Well, still, mate, top 10 finish. Do we see you again in the remainder of the season? That's the big question.
Honestly, I don't think so, honestly. It's going to be hit and miss. I just rock it whenever I want to now.
Yeah, very good. All right, mate. Well, thank you for coming and saying g'day, representing the ANZ drivers and, of course, the Speedy Snails team off there in the background as well. Is there anyone you'd like to give a shout out to tonight?
Just you guys in general, and obviously the community that's in chat right now. It's been a while, you know. Just come join the Skippy community. It's lovely.
Yeah, very good. All right, thank you, Sam. Great to see you as always, mate, and hopefully we might see you again soon.
Yep, you too.
There you go, Corey, Sam Devanti, the cowboy. He's back. He's in the purple and that's green, isn't it? It's probably a spearmint green of the Speedy Snails. Anyway, he's back out there. P10 there tonight, car number 4, and representing the Speedy Snails.
Yeah, that's right, Alex. It's great to see the Speedy Snail scheme back out there, former team Ovaltine, and it just adds to the history of SNL/MNL. The old Ovaltine Milo battles, which became Speedy Snail versus Milo, and now it's mostly Team Clowns versus Milo. Milo has been the mainstay for the whole thing, but it's great to see Sam out there, all semi-retired. 19-year-old of him. I don't know how old Sam is. I'm just assuming there, but semi-retired from Skippy Racing pretty much, and it's sad to see because he's usually one of the fastest drivers that we have here for the AusNZ Club, and when he's on his week, he will put in so many laps that it will actually make your head spin, Alex. So hopefully he comes back next month, and I could just see he just wrote chat 20 next month, so I was actually right that he's 19.
Perfect. All right. Well, that, folks, might just about do us. It's been a big night of racing here on Sunday nights. Hendrickson, the Team Torpedoes, taking it out. Fantastic drive from the orange and blue Flying Dutchman there. Everyone, fantastic drive. All right, Corey, tell the folks at home what you got coming up this week.
So this week for the Output Racing League, it's the first race of the chase for the championships, which means there's just 4 races left to go. The first one's going to be from the Homestead Miami Speedway, over 100 laps, sponsored by Gladiator, which will be a pretty sweet race. On Friday, we're taking some street stocks out to the Long Beach Street Circuit, which is going to be absolute chaos. Then on Saturday, for the Speedway Memes Facebook page, Alex, I'm actually going to be traveling 3 hours away up to the Pithara Speedway, and I'm going to be live streaming the Bonza Bradford Memorial event up there, which will be really, really exciting. And then as long as I'm still alive by the time I return from that, Alex, we'll be back here with you next week as we go and take on the, it's Chicago Street Circuit.
Chicago once again, very good. The street circuit that people love to race, so looking forward to that one as always. But make sure you go check out this and all the other race replays of the Top Split YouTube, folks. Hit the thumbs up, the likes, the subscribes over there. It really does help us a great deal, as does all the support that we receive over here on Top Split TV on Twitch. The great community that supports us here on a Sunday night, both on track and off, is very, very much appreciated. All those little buttons that you can click really do help us, as always. The Top Split Discord community is where you'll find all the latest results and news and everything, the time zone changes and daylight savings and all that sort of stuff when it happens. And every now and then I'll even post on Twitter. But for now, folks, thank you very much for joining us. Your support here is, as I said, as always, very, very much appreciated. And on behalf of the chaotic one, Mr. Corey Steinhauser, I am Alex McKellar. And until next time, I will say, ciao for now.